Good. I can't see. We're good. Thank you. All right. 210. Hey guys, this is Natasha with Nothing New 210 Podcast. Thank you to VodPod Media for housing and producing, and to Latina Podcast Network for having me on your network. Guys, if you are listening, go watch. And if you're watching, go listen, go subscribe and like and share and do all the things. And I say this every time, but I mean it. You're going to want to see who I have because I just have fire ass guests. That's what it is. So speaking of, please introduce yourself.
What's good, everybody? My name is AJ Hernz, San Antonio, Texas, recording artist / realtor.
Yes. Yeah. / anything else?
I mean, full-time dad.
That's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Now that I don't have that 9 to 5, like, I can still hear the feedback. But anyway,
I know
that now that I don't have that 9 to 5, relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm full-time with it.
Okay.
Yeah, me and wifey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's very sweet, by the way.
Oh yeah.
We're just gonna go straight into it.
Yeah.
So AJ, I've met him a few times.
Right.
And he doesn't remember me every time.
Yeah. So the way it went was I walk in and I told her out of instinct, because of what I do, I feel like I meet a lot of people. I'm always like, nice to meet you. I feel like I'm, a pretty respectable guy. So I introduce myself that way. So she opens the door and she's like, hey, like, come on in. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. She goes, I've met you before. And then I'm like, oh man, I'm terrible at that. She goes, you said that last time. That was hilarious. Yeah,
it's true.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, I was your babysitter for a second.
Yeah, that was crazy that you told me that. I mean, that's cool. Yeah. Thank you. Seriously. Yeah.
Very sweet kids.
Yeah.
I would do it again.
Yeah. This time you'd probably charge me though. You're like, this one don't remember me. I'm gonna charge him. Yeah, I'm gonna tax him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, thank you. From your wife, we sincerely thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
It'll be time and a half next time. Yeah. So speaking of, we'll just kind of like jump into stuff.
Yeah.
So you're obviously a performing artist, and you have a family. So how hard is that to juggle, or is it hard?
Yeah, of course. I think I wouldn't say it's hard. Like, oh my gosh, like I can't. It's just it's a lot. Yet with communication and just understanding what my responsibilities are and vice versa, I think it's a lot easier than what you would think. But yeah, you have those moments where you're like, gosh, like I'm on the road, I'm on tour, I don't know, New York somewhere or wherever, and I'm missing the kids or missing my wife. Like I'm just missing being home and can't do anything about it in that situation. So from that perspective, it does get a little hard, challenging. Yet it's we manage, and I've been doing it quite a while now, so it's kind of we understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they ever travel with you?
Yeah, so whenever I do the Texas runs or whenever I come by through here, they're normally with me. Like San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Houston, we normally hit all those cities.
Yeah.
And I bring them with me. Yet I would love to have them. The budget's not there yet. You know what I'm saying? To have them with me full time while I'm touring. Just not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how I babysat.
Yeah.
Was because I was backstage.
Yeah, at the Aztec Theater.
Yes. Which is a fantastic show.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, yeah.
I thought you could say venue, so I jumped into it. I'm like, yeah. But both, yeah, venue and the show, yeah, cool.
The venue, yes. Know the product and yourself were fantastic.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I never got a chance to ask you like if you enjoyed it or like what y'all thought about it.
Oh,
so that's good to know.
Yeah. It's because you re-meet me every time.
Yeah.
So we should talk about
Did you catch my set, or you just caught the set with me and Snow?
All of it.
Oh, really? Cool. Nice.
Yeah. It was really cool to see the crowd from that perspective, because I've been like up front, to concerts and stuff, but I've never been at like this angle of it. Like from behind.
Like seeing it both happen.
Yeah. And it was really cool. Like I can see how artists get like this like hype. Like,
yeah, for sure.
The crowd is wild.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I feel like that's not that primarily that's the reason I do this, yet that's one of the, I guess, that fulfills me, right? It's just the entertainment aspect behind it, where it's like everyone's kind of just eyes are on you, you're the attraction right then and there. So it's like either make it happen, make it lit, or just suck and that's it. It's one of the other. So I always try to give the best show possible. Yeah. Because again, people pay money and people come to see the entertainment. So yeah, I had a good time. Yeah, cool. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, that was a year ago, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't the Quince tour this year. It was the Dalegas tour last year.
Yes.
22. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was really good.
Time's flying. Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
I think it was like a year and a half ago.
A year and a half. Yeah. We're pretty much December now. Yeah. Almost.
Wild. Yeah.
Yep.
Super cool though. Okay. So did you always want to know, oh my God, when you were like little?
Yeah.
Little like mijo.
Yeah.
were you like, I want to be a superstar?
Yes. Well,
Really?
yes and no. So like when I was little, I was just blown away by like Michael Jackson and just everything that like just came with like dancing and singing and performing and just, you know, fashion. Just I was like bought in. Yet I didn't think I wanted to be. I never looked at myself as an artist. You know, growing up, I just always was more of a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really where like my artist background came from. You know, it's just dancing and doing talent shows. Like I would do like dead ass do Michael Jackson talent shows, right? Like
Oh
Billie
my
Jean,
God.
like where he does the moonwalk.
Yeah. Wait, you can do it?
Yeah. If you didn't have carpet, I'd bust it. I've done it in carpet a few times. I might get up here. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so I just feel like I wasn't ready to like sing or do anything like vocally. And then that transition to like getting curious and then joining choir later on in high school and things like this. But yeah, early on, I just knew I wanted to do something in entertainment and one day maybe be a backup dancer or a choreographer for like a superstar, right? So that's why I say yes and no, because then it transitioned to like, okay, now I'm the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I need to be that guy. Like I am the guy.
Yeah. Now you
So,
have
yeah.
backup dancers.
Yeah. Like now, if I could get backup dancers or two, I know what I'm looking for. I know
Yeah.
like what makes it pop. I feel like I have a good grasp. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So always been into dancing.
Always. Even the other day, like I was goofing around. I actually still got it. Yeah. I was like, when I walked in, you know, what's his name? Callejon? Or what would you call him?
Dang, forget everybody.
Except him, right? That's messed up. Callejon, right?
Gailan.
Oh, Gailan. I thought you said Callejon. Oh, man. I thought I was like giving myself props. No, he was like, hey, AJ Hernz. And then he started doing this thing. It's funny because people do that. And like the OGs, like people that know me from when I started,
Yeah.
more so, right? So yeah, that's where it started, just dancing and talent shows and doing like performances at high school parties,
Yeah.
which is how I met Scott Maloof.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
Who's a better dancer, you or Chris Brown?
me.
Okay.
Just kidding. Nah, that's the guy. That's my GOAT.
Okay.
Chris Brown is like the GOAT.
I was gonna say we
Yeah.
should just make a battle happen.
Let's do it. Yeah, if you can get him on the show, like, what's up?
Yeah, I'm gonna add him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll add him right now after this.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna make that a clip
Yeah.
and it's gonna go viral.
Let's do
You're
it.
Better than him.
Let's do it. Mexican American calling out Chris Brown. Yeah.
I mean, I would pay to watch that.
Let's get it. I'm
Yeah.
down. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm still sad he went away and stomped the yard. That's terrible, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if nobody saw the movie?
People saw the movie.
But you just ruined it.
No, people saw by now people know Chris Brown got wiped out in 10 seconds.
Okay, so he's only in the first like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
for
guys,
sure.
if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
It's a good
alert.
movie though.
It
Columbus Short did his thing.
He really did.
Yeah.
Okay, you think you're better than Columbus?
Oh, hands down. Come on now.
Really?
Come on now.
I feel like you gotta do something now.
What do you want me to do? That stomp the yard move where he
Give
goes on his neck?
Give us something.
If Gailan can slow it down, make it slow-mo, then yeah.
Dang.
I'll get him right here. I'll start head spinning.
Swear.
Swear.
Do it. What do I need to do? Move the chair?
You got tequila?
I do have tequila.
Yeah. Oh shit. I wasn't ready for that. Called my bluff. No, let's just keep asking questions and keep going. I'm old, man. I'm 58, you know.
58?
So, yeah, I feel great.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
32.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask the
I'm an
question
old
that
soul.
I hate.
Wait, how old are you?
29.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ask the question that like everybody hates.
You told me to ask questions back, so that's why I was like, wait, how old are you?
Yeah, that's not. You're not supposed to ask women how old they are.
I know, so I was like, you know what? All right, she asked me that one. Let me ask
Yeah.
that one back.
So I always get this question, and I don't know why. It's such a San Antonio thing,
Mm-hmm.
but everyone's like, "What high school did you go to?"
With that, like that.
Yeah,
too?
like
High
that.
school jersey.
Hey, what high school you went to?
Hey, I went to Thomas Jefferson.
Really?
Yeah,
Jeff,
yeah.
what's up?
Jeff, West Side.
Hey,
Ish.
Little Wessel. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah,
Outskirts.
it's like the nicer part of the West Side.
It is. It's
You
like
know
the
what I'm saying?
historical side.
Yeah. Historical. I like that. Yeah. By the way, I'm selling a house in Jefferson Terrace, 2530 West Mulberry. It's been price reduced from 215 to 205. It's a grade 3, 1,300 square feet. It's right by Woodlawn Lake. Holla at me.
That you're selling a house off the
Yeah.
podcast. This is the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had a whole broker on.
You what?
I had a broker on.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's from Houston though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
That's a different market.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
maybe you can talk about the market because
Yeah.
the fact that you are, and I love that by the way, that
Yeah.
you are a performing artist, but then you're also a realtor.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's wild. Like, what was
Yeah.
that transition and why?
Time time, flexibility. I felt like it was time for a change at my previous job. I was locked in for a minute there, which no complaints. That job's amazing. I just really wanted to challenge myself and do something different and grow.
Yeah.
So I felt like real estate would give me that opportunity to not only travel, yet still make some sort of consistent money and things like that, and just be free. My kids are getting older, so my daughter, now that she's 8, she's in cheerleading, and obviously that not only hurts the pockets, but it like takes up a lot of time and training and practice. So and competitions, I want to make it to those.
Yeah.
My son too, he's wild. He's like, reminds me a lot of myself. Just wants to try everything, and I don't know. He loves soccer, football. Right now he's in basketball. We got him training with Coach G. Excuse me. And so yeah, I think that's what made me decide, like, you know what? Let me try this. I know that I'm gonna go through it at first because it's a whole new ball game, right? And even right now, like a year and a half, 2 years later, I don't have it all figured out. Like, I'm day to day, like, struggling. Like, okay, well, trying to solve this and solve that. Yet it's like, it's challenging, and I know it'll be rewarding. In the end, I'll look back and be like, okay, cool,
yeah,
like I made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Are you with you're under Scott?
Yeah, Keller Williams Heritage. So yeah, I'm with Maloof International Group, which is Scott Maloof.
Yeah.
He's my mentor / partner.
Yeah.
We have partnership on a couple of investments, but primarily our Airbnb.
Yeah.
And then of course, I've known him for such a long time that he's my mentor when it comes to this real estate gig. And yeah, so think of an umbrella, right? Keller Williams Heritage, Maloof International Group, Scott, me under Scott.
Okay.
Thing. Yeah.
So speaking of your Airbnb, I actually sent it to somebody because they were coming in from out of town and they wanted to stay somewhere nice. And I had just seen your
Really?
post.
Thank you. Did they book?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But it was like for her and her family, and she's like, I want somewhere kind of downtown,
Nice,
but nice. And I was
Yeah.
like, I think I know of a place.
So Star Point. No, we go into that promotion, right? Book at Star Point. No, definitely. I mean, right now, prices are way less than they were 6 months ago because the market shifts, right? So we adjust. And Star Point, I mean, it's a beautiful space.
Yeah.
It's got the rooftop. I
Yeah.
mean, it's for like if you have a party of like 5+, it's a no brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hopefully they book, because that could be for nothing.
I mean, but I still.
It's the
brought
thought
it
that
up,
counts, I guess, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I should be more grateful.
It's fine.
It's cool. Thank you though, for real.
Yeah. So what, like, I'm trying to figure out like how to say this, like, because you have a really good career in like both, right? Both realtor and as a performing artist. So what if one takes off like more than it already is?
Yeah.
Are you going to stick with one, or are you going to still try to do both?
I feel like I have the opportunity to be able to do both. And I'm working on that. At first it was kind of the transition from like having a job to being an artist, and then jumping into, like, one would say freelance, right? Kind of gig. I was struggling with finding, like, okay, that transition. I was struggling with that transition because it was more like, okay, what am I going to do if, like you said, like, I start touring more, or this starts going off more. I just had to, how could I say, accept or appreciate, not appreciate, I'm looking for the word. When you accept, like, not who you are, but you're just, I'm drawing a blank here. I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, the word is more. It means like, okay, when you embrace, right? As long as I embrace like who I am, like, I think it'll be cool. Like, what I mean by that is like now rapping music with my real estate, right? Instead of doing just your traditional standard, promoting a home or listing or whatever video. Now I'm incorporating my songs in it. Now, so I feel like if it takes off, I feel like it's cool, because now people will kind of put 2 and 2 together. Like, okay, well, he's an artist that also does real estate.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe like people been tapping in from like Seattle, just the places I've played at, and reaching out saying like, hey, like, I want to buy a home from out here. And that's just a phone call from one of our partners out there to say, hey, like, I have a client for you, like, as a referral.
Yeah.
So it ties in, in a strange way, like, at the end of the day. So, I mean, yeah, I pray that one of those careers like takes off, or even both. Yet I feel like if music were to be the one that took off, like, I feel like real estate would be right there with it. Like, I can just always have that, it's like a universal kind of weapon or tool.
Yeah.
Whereas my previous job, I was locked into where it's like, okay, if it takes off, my music takes off, well, then now I got a decision to make. Like, I can't be here and be traveling at the same time. So real estate allows me to be able to do that, to kind of juggle both. Yeah.
So I do a lot of different things too. And I have like my career, and then I also have businesses and stuff.
Yeah.
So what people used to tell me was like, oh, keep it all separate. It has to be separate.
Right.
And so now I almost feel like you build a platform, right? Like you've been in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you started this, realtor thing. So it's like you almost have to combine.
Right.
At least for a little bit.
Sure.
Like, have you gotten that same feedback, or like how do you feel?
Yeah. I mean, obviously if you listen to everyone, it's just, you're just going to kind of go in circles.
Sure.
I feel like I had to just decide like, okay, do I really, I mean, I do have a separate like real estate page, and it just emphasizes on real estate posts and things. I don't want to, throw my followers off either. Yet I'm starting to, like I said earlier, embrace it more to where now the people that follow me for my music are actually also not only clicking like on my post where I'm, doing a cover or just, release or teasing some new music in the studio. It's more like they're engaged on like the stuff that matters to them too. Cause again, like I'm older, so I feel like a lot of these things our favorite artists or people we looked up to weren't talking about, right? Like growing up, and not because maybe they didn't know, it's just the social media advantage we have now, the platforms and things. Yeah. So I feel like as an artist, in our field, we're not as educated as maybe we should be. So as I'm learning and I'm educating myself, I want to like pass that on, right? Same with fans, like, they support us through the music, and that's great and all, yet if I could provide some helpful tips on how they can, financially make a better move, or just invest and set their future up for their families. Because again, now I'm older, so like they have kids, so these are things that matter to me that may matter to them. And I feel good about it, talking about it, because it's not just about like, oh, like diamonds and like, girls and like this, that. It's more like, no, I'm providing real substance here. So and if I can help too, like I'm never Hollywood to like respond to people. Like I'm pretty good about that. I respond to a lot of people. I get back to most people, unless you're talking crazy and like you're just like annoying. It's just different.
Then you can talk to yourself.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, restrict works really good. Like lately, it's been working.
Blocking.
Yeah, I love it. Muting, all that.
Yeah.
So, but no, like at the end of the day, I feel like I forgot what the question was, but pretty much I feel good about that. Like getting my message out. And you were saying like intertwining the two or keeping them separate. So yeah, like I do have like my personal Facebook that's mainly about, actually no, I post both music and real estate on that one. So the only thing I have is like an IG for real estate. Yeah. Even on my TikTok, like I'm starting to like warm up to, all right, bro, just like put it all out there, like embrace it, versus being like, oh, well, I'm going to throw some people off. It's like, as long as I'm not spamming, I think it's cool.
Yeah. Well, because it's not like your music's like too like risque or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think only because, and I don't know if it's because I'm a woman, but people are like, well, you have to keep your education, like your medical background, separate from like your influencer stuff or content creator stuff, because they're very different, right? Like, but just like you're very professional, I'm sure, suit and tie when you need to be, and then, jumping around on the stage and doing whatever when you need to be too. Yeah.
No, I feel like straight up like Clark Kent, like Superman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the suit comes on, when I get that stage, and then I'm back to me. But no, I mean it's like everything, man. I love what I do. I love, helping. I love chatting with people, meeting people, and just seeing how I can connect and how I can benefit. Like, not I benefit myself, yet how I can be a benefit to them. Not just necessarily be like, talk about the same stuff or just be useless to somebody. Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool. So how did you find like the genre that you're in? Like, how did you find what you wanted to do and what you wanted to sing and perform?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it just started because a lot of the homies early on, they were just in rap. I mean, I was already a rap, fan in rap music, and R&B music. So I guess just early influences, like my brother listened to Tupac, back in the day. And growing up, he had already passed. This was like early 2000s. So he had already passed, yet I was like, dang, like this guy's wild, like mad poetic. And at the time, that was just kind of like I remember that time of my life so well, because it's just my brother was into rap, and he was like doing like recording himself on a karaoke machine, like with a cassette. So those were like the early sightings of like, dang, like what I guess a creative was doing to just express himself. So I thought that was dope. And then he'd have lights, not like these obviously, but like purple lights in the room, and just Like I remember him having his homie come over and they'd be rapping. So I was exposed to that early. And then from there it was like, okay, well let me buy all the Pac albums. My posters were all Pac.
Nice.
And then I was still like, you know what, man, but I like Michael Jackson. Like, even though I'm like this thug dude over here, like rapping about what he's rapping about, I like this guy too. Like his fashion is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, literally my room was like Michael Jackson and Tupac for a long time. And then from there, I guess because of the two, and then on top of that, like my parents, they listen, you know, we're Tejanos, right? But my parents, they're from Mexico, like, you know, and so a lot of the cumbias and colombianas and stuff, you know, growing up, that was around the house, like playing all the time. And all the Spanish love songs, and my brothers that are older, they were into Luis Miguel. So I was just confused. I was just like, I like melody, I like lyrics, I like, you know, beats. So the first song I did was on some like, me singing or rapping, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. But it was all English, and you know, over time you get better at things. You know, you start transitioning to like, okay, I can do this a little well. I should probably, you know, lay off of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it took a while, I feel like, to really find where I was comfortable in, because it's like anything, you know, you just try after many failed attempts. You're like, okay, but I feel like right now it's bottled down to like R&B, like Latin R&B. I would put it in that category, where it's you'll get, you know, the rappy kind of vibe, yet at the same time it's primarily like me singing, and it's bilingual. So that's really where it's at now. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite artist that you ever worked with?
That I've ever worked with?
Yeah. Put you on the spot.
Ever worked with. I want to say, I mean, I never did a session with them, yet it was cool. This song never came out. Is G-Eazy. Oh. So, yeah, he was really cool. Like, just mad chill, you know what I'm saying? Just straight up guy.
Yeah.
And this was back in the day. I'm talking like, man, like 8 years ago. And before, you know, before I guess he really took off with like the No Limit record and like, you know, all these songs with Halsey. And yeah, no, he was really cool the way that came together. Just unfortunately, you know, it gets to a point where like management has to get involved. And since he was on a label at the time, you know, we didn't have the smoothest, you know, conversations on rolling it out. Not us, me and him were like super cool. It's just that, you know, his label and things. But yeah, his verse came in crazy, and I remember thinking like, man, like this is gonna be a hit, like this is the one, you know. So he was one of my favorite for sure that I've worked with so far. And then again, you know, Snow the product, we've made so much music together that man, that chemistry's crazy. You know, a lot of people are like, oh man, y'all like peanut butter and jelly. I agree. Like it's nuts whenever we link up. So yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, no, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her. I love you. That's weird. Not in a weird way. Like in a cool way. Not like a fangirl way, but kind of. Yeah.
No, get it off your chest, man.
I will. No, I told her.
You did.
I did. I feel better. But I told her though. I was like huge fan. Like I love what you're doing, and it's really for like honestly, and I hate to like say this, well not really. No, actually no, I don't fucking hate to say it. Love to say it. Like our people. Yeah. Like they're coming up finally.
Yeah,
like we're finally being seen and heard. And
for real.
You know, I think it's about time. And like I understand like the Hana world. Like I grew up in that too. But like mainstream like hip hop, like rap, like it's everything. Like our people do everything.
No, for real. Say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've been slept on a long time. That's a whole different conversation. Yet I feel like
let's talk about it.
Yeah, I just feel like, hey man, it's about damn time that we get some of this shine where, and it's not even shine like we want the glory or anything. It's just more like, no, like we're lit too. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And just as every other culture feels, you know, we're entitled to feel the same. Because I mean, damn, like we build a lot of shit. You know? Oh, can we curse on this podcast?
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
All right. We build a lot of shit, man. Like we put together. I mean, we're just problem solvers, you know, for lack of a better word. We're just, you know, we make something out of nothing. And I feel like for a while there in this space, at least in this side of the industry, it just kind of felt like, we weren't appreciated or just respected even, you know. Right. We were boxed into like, oh, like you're this color, or you're this, you know, you come from this background, you're like this fool. And it's just like, nah, like I'm not you know, I don't rap that way, or I don't dress that way, or I didn't grow up that way. So it's like, I'm not that. I actually have a message. There's a story, there's talent, there's all that here. Yeah. Yeah.
No, so I love it.
Feel good about that. And then again, when with like Snow, somebody like her who advocates for us so much, it's more like it's how could I say, it's it inspires me, you know what I mean, to really shine light on that and showcase, you know, who we are and
Yep.
what we are and how talented and amazing, you know, our culture is. And yeah, so I'm happy like Peso Pluma's blowing up. I'm happy
Yes.
about all that, man. Like
Yeah.
that's so dope, like to see that. Like
Yeah.
that just feels like, oh, ¿qué onda, primo? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
I wish he was my primo. She. Nah,
Yeah.
nah, but he went to Clemens close enough, right? Or no, he lived in Shirts or went to Clemens
Yes.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for like a year.
So there you go, man.
Yeah.
So
We claim him.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my cousin for sure.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's all of our cousins.
You know what? I'm just gonna call him Peso from now on,
You should.
just because I feel like I know him like that.
You should.
You know what? Doble P.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Doble P. ¿Qué hubo?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. We're gonna do that.
El primo.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Well, so I always ask like a female.
Coke
artist.
Zero, by the way.
Fuck no.
Coke Zero.
Mm-mm.
Zero.
Until they pay me.
Zero.
What you're shouting them out?
Oh, are we live? Can we cut this out?
No, I don't edit.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're
Pay
done.
me.
You said you might want to drink. You're like, hey, drink it. Like you could take it over there. I'm like, all right.
Full Vanna White. Try Coke Zero today. Yeah.
Nah, they don't get the drop. They don't get the drop. Just quick, like I like it.
Yeah. So I always ask women artists, female artists, right? Especially I've had a lot of Latinas on here, Latina artists, and I always say like, you know, it's Latinas are unfortunately like our worst enemies to each other. We always and I don't mean to group myself in, and I've said this before, but Latinas hate Latinas. Like
Really?
they hate on Latinas.
You're saying like
More
majority
more
of
than
Latinas?
Well,
Oh.
more than like other races, from what I am aware of, and the female artists or females that I talk to that are Latinas agree. And I don't know if you've seen that in the Latino community as an artist
Yeah.
or in general. Like I feel like men, for the most part, like y'all fuck with each other.
Nah, not really.
No?
Especially like for what I do. Like,
No?
I feel like I get more of like the like this fool. Like, you know,
Really?
just because of what I do, or I don't know if it's what I like, because I'm more of, like I said, a singer, right? So it's like I don't know if it's more like like nah, like we want bars or like crazy like rap or like, you know, especially like early on. That was the tough part when like Snow brought me onto the tours. Obviously, she's like going 100 miles an hour rapping, like she's going crazy. And here I come, like singing some like soft music melody, you know, like R&B, and people in the car are like, "Who's this fool?" Right? But like over time, they kind of became, or some became fans, and then just it started growing. So, but that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, I feel like guys just with guys off rip, like you're just gonna kind of have that feeling towards them, like I don't know about him, like, you know, especially a new artist. I feel like in this extra, especially if it's a singer. If it's somebody coming out there like spitting or whatever, I feel like they're a little more easygoing to that. But it takes a while for I feel like most men, or like the guys that I've, you know, played in front of or whatever, and at these shows, it takes a while for them to like, by the third or fourth song, like once I start getting like warmed up into the set, they're like, all right, yeah, like he's cool, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like in general that mindset, yeah, it's throughout, you know, because I feel like even locally, I feel like most dudes, you know, or even just, you know, within the same race, I guess. I don't know what it is. It's just more, I experienced a lot of that coming up, you know,
Really?
with Snapback Swag. Like way back in the
Yeah.
day, I put out a song called Snapback Swag,
Never heard of
and it did
Just kidding.
it did its thing. Like, you know, I feel like early on, like we had a lot of success with the video. Like that thing's like at 3 million views or something, and people started doing dance routines. Like it went crazy, and I don't know if it was because it got that, I guess, big, or it just became popular. And then people in the city too were, you know, it was a big like influence time. Like, you know, I was influencing a lot of like the youth, I guess, with like the whole snapbacks and things. And I don't know, you had a batch of people, a wave of people that didn't like care for it. They didn't fuck with it. Like they would, you know, tell me like, nah, bro, like this is trash. Like you ain't real. Yeah, you're not representing San
Dang.
Antonio. Da, 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 da. And it's just like, bro, like I'm just making music. You know, I'm 19, 20 years old at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just always harder to win like your people over. And then, yeah, I agree to an extent with what you're saying, like about Latinas.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, the same with dudes, but like our culture within itself, you know,
Yeah.
they don't appreciate you like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to like prove yourself.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like you were embraced well for the most part in San Antonio, or do you feel like you're embraced better outside of San Antonio?
No, I feel like over time, you know, at first, yeah, like I said, with that record especially, or I should back up. I put out like 2 like R&B, I would say, cuts, right? Singles out with 98.5 at the time. They were playing them, and I feel like, yeah, people were liking that.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever it was something like, like testing the waters, like Snapback Swag, I feel like the whole jerk movement was in back then and whatnot. So once I did that, it was like a little too different or a little bit like unexpected. That's where I feel like that whole thing the hate train. Yet after that, nah, like I feel San Antonio was super supportive. Whenever the song ended up making it to like a countdown, the beat had at the time like some top 4 at 4 or something like that.
Oh, cool.
Like people literally had to call and vote, like, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
so people were, at the end, most of the city, like they were super supportive.
Yeah.
It was just, you can't please everybody. So it was just those people like, that I guess didn't identify or didn't connect with the sound or myself. But yeah, those people I feel like slowly like weeded themselves out. And then for the most part, anything I ever did here in the city after that was like a good turnout. It was no drama. It was all love, and again, like I know because of how long I've been doing music, I've grown so many relationships, through just being connected to the city and doing shows here locally and promoting myself here. And, before I even did anything on tour, like it was here.
Yeah.
So I also did shows like I opened up for Drake, Wayne, and again, like people were super supportive. They were super like supportive, of the idea. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all from here. So it's like, yeah, man, like just support. When Mario Barrios fought recently, or when he fought Tank, like I think 2 years ago, like personally, I had never, how could I say, I didn't know who he was. But people were like, yeah, man, he went to Southwest. And I'm like, shit, Southwest is like 5 minutes from where I stay. Like, that's hard. Like, where's the Mario Barrios shirt? Like, I'll buy and I'll support off the strength that, he's here. Like, he's homegrown, he's local. Yeah. So, but yeah, I feel like over time, the city appreciated me so much that I'm like, I don't put any other city above it. I do have some strong markets that support me, like in New York, Phoenix, and Cali and whatnot. LA just did a show out there and it was crazy. But San Antonio is like, it's got my heart for sure. Yeah,
I love that. And that's something that I always ask artists too, especially ones that are kind of like just starting, is like, if you make it big, or when you make it big, right, like, are you still gonna fuck with San Antonio? Because a lot of people have this mentality of like, well, I can only make it outside of here. There's only like big moves and big money outside of here. Yeah. And I think it comes down to like San Antonio people in general, I'll be honest, is like they'll dish out $3,000 for a VIP table for Nelly, but where's that same love for local people and local artists? For sure. Yeah. That you gotta, man, it's a tough thing, paving your own way and whatnot. It's really tough because you do see a lot of that. You just gotta, you gotta keep you gotta have a strong drive, man, I think, because there's a lot of things that'll throw you off, like try to get you off course, just life itself, right? Yeah, a lot of the stuff behind the scenes, gets a little snaky and things like this. Yeah. Politics, like everything else. So you just gotta have thick skin and understand, like, man, who you are. I think if you know your why, obviously that's the best thing you can do is figure out your why first. Everything else, will work itself out. If you're just putting that, that attention to your craft and things like that, putting in the reps, you'll be good. But yeah, no, it's a tough game for sure. Like the industry itself is tough, or else, everybody's trying to do it. You feel me? So it's like, or majority, and it's a lot. Yeah. That sounds like a lot. Yeah. I mean, it's already hard enough, like being successful, just, being in a competitive business or business owner for sure here in the city. So I can't imagine like being an artist on top of that. Right. So I feel like the amount of work that goes into being an artist is insane. Yeah. I mean, it's years of experience, years of many failed attempts, and years of just, learning to be better the next time at bat. So yeah, and that's currently it. I feel like you never have it all figured out. I think as long as you stay, learning, I think you're heading in the right direction. Yeah. Obviously pay attention to what, like earlier we talked about the sound thing. I quickly learned, okay, like the rapping thing is really not for me. Like it's cool. Like I'll step in there and do it. Like I'm putting out a song this week I do with my buddies for their project. Nice. But that's just like on their project. It's cool. Like I'll step in there and like fulfill the what the song needs. And I'm I got a little carried away, so I started rapping, but it came out crazy because like it's different. But like I knew that style of rapping was not for me, or. So anyway, I just feel like, yeah, man, if you're an artist watching, or I don't know who all watches this podcast, but anybody watching, entrepreneur, man, just stay at it, Yeah. Focus on you, block out the noise. Yeah. Definitely Chris Brown watches, Drake, whoever. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah.
check out my music, yeah.
So who haven't you worked with that you want to work with?
Chris Brown himself.
Yeah.
But no, I mean there's many artists out there, like shoot, obviously Drake, like all the heavy hitters, you know. It's cliche to say, but at the end of the day, like they're at the top for a reason. But no, the ones that I do want to work with though, like if you're talking about like, hey, tomorrow, who would you make a song with? Man, Fercho. I'd love to make a song with him, especially because I'm now tapped in more in Spanish too.
Okay.
So I feel like that that track would be crazy.
Yeah.
HL is one of my favorite artists too. Very underrated. He hasn't put out a project in a minute yet. He's like, he's cold. I don't know if you've heard of him, but
no.
Definitely HL. He's a Peruvian singer or Salvadorian. Dang, I don't remember.
That's a big difference.
It's a huge difference. I just can't remember if it was like Papusas or what, but hold on. Damn. HL though. Okay. He's hard. Okay. So Fade, HL, and Ralphie Chu. So Ralphie Chu, he's crazy DJ producer / I don't know, singer, like like he's wild. You just got to look him up. Okay. His music is definitely like he experiments a lot with sounds. He reminds me of a pop version of Kanye in a way.
Interesting.
And yeah, he's just crazy. So those three like currently. Yeah. But like, yeah, obviously all the goats, man. Like what? The Weeknd, Bad Bunnies, and Peso Pluma, like for sure.
That'd be amazing. Dude, you in The Weeknd?
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
For sure. Like I've covered some songs where you remember that song Or Nah with
yes.
Ty Dolla $ign and Wiz Khalifa?
One of my favorite songs, yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So I remember when The Weeknd covered it, I was like, oh dude, he sounds cold, like singing, you know, like with like the toxic, you know, lyrics. So from then on, like that really low key inspired me to start trying some of that in my music, where it was like, you know, I wasn't just talking like happy, pretty love songs like, oh, like Take You Out, Girl, or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I started like now putting like bars together in my songs, you know, where it was like what you would hear in a rap song, but sung in a way where it was like cool. So I started doing that, implementing that, but I got that from The Weeknd just because it's like he's so great at that. Yeah. And I feel like he was a pioneer of that, like where it was like that ambient R&B kind of like, you know. But yeah, no, he's hard. Yeah, we will go crazy on the song.
Yeah, he watches like, Abel watches too.
Abel, oh, you call him Abel? Yeah. All right. Abel, yeah, he's hard.
So work with him. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll let him know.
Let him know. Let him know. I'm down.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me something about you. Like, we covered, like, your artistry and all of that. But, like, who are you, like, as a person? Like, what makes you you? Yeah. What makes you interesting?
What makes me interesting? I mean, I'm chill for the most part. I'm pretty hyper. That's funny that I say I'm chill, but I'm hyper. Okay. I'm pretty chill for the most part, right? Like, I'm laid back is what I like to say. Like, I don't consider myself to be, like, I got to be out and about. I got to be doing the shopping. Like, I could just be chilling at home, watching some football, boxing, like, on the weekends, whatever. But then, like, when it's time to turn up, like, I'm hyper. Like, if I'm out, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? If I'm performing, going 100 miles an hour. Like, it's just, so I don't know. I feel like, for the most part, that's me, and the homebody comes from, like, I'm a family man, you know, so I like to chill at home and do stuff. Yeah. I'm no stranger to, like, having to cut the yard or, like, doing the normal shit, you know, teaching my kid how to play basketball or do this or do that, or just messing around with them, just hanging out on the couch. Yeah. So I feel like, for the most part, I'm chill, very, like, a normal person. Like, I'm not, you know, maintenance or anything, or like some, like, I don't know, you think of me like I'm at home on a throne or something. Like,
not like a diva.
Yeah, like I'm not diva, bro. Like, I mean, my girl does my nails, so like that's pretty diva.
I mean, yeah, that's like was it like no, oh, what's it called? Like Metro?
I don't know.
That used to be a thing.
Yeah, like, I haven't heard Metro in a long time.
Oh, maybe I
you gave away your age right there. Yep. Let me see. 43, 44.
Ew.
I'm just kidding.
It's over. This podcast is over. Thank you for coming. No.
I appreciate it. Thank you. What's your name again? No, I'm late. Yeah. That's cool. I don't know. I feel like what makes me interesting is just, you know, who I am. I came across something, you know, this is actually funny. I want to use it now because I just learned about it. Okay. I read somewhere, or no, I heard it. It's like, you want to know how I know I'm brilliant? And then the other person is like, well, how or why? Because I know I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And that's how I feel. Like, straight up. Like, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't done it all. I don't have it all. I don't think I know it all. Like, none of that. Like, I'm brilliant because I know I'm not. You know, and I feel like that's what makes me interesting. That it's like, what you see is what you get. You feel me? Like, even though I do this or do that, or you see me here, see me there. Like when we're here on and off camera, like I feel like I'm just me, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's my strongest suit. I don't got to pretend. And I like that about me, that I don't have to like, you know, put myself in an uncomfortable position. I could always just walk in the room and be myself.
Yeah.
And it's like cool. Normally it's cool. Like, you know, I've never had nobody be like, oh, this fool. But at the same time, I know I had people like, man, like why the confidence, or like I felt that in a room, like, or why the, you know, why the like the not walking on eggshells kind of vibe. Yeah. And that's just not me. I just come in, knowing who I am. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. That makes me interesting. I think. I like to think. No, you might want to ask my wife. I don't know. Like, you know, that's what I feel like. I think she's like, oh, well, this dude, I walk all over him. So, yeah, that's interesting.
She's here right now, so bring her in.
Oh, there we go. Bring her in. Let's get it.
Yeah. I will ask her next time. Next time I babysit.
For sure. She almost came. It's just that she had to stay back and work on some nails. So, I'm speaking of which, like, for a long time, you know, she was like, man, like, what do I do? Like, I know, because she's gifted. Like, she's crafty, all that. And she's beautiful, too, right? But she's like, what? I want to get into something, you know? And she's Vietnamese. So I'm like, hey, like, why don't you just try doing nails, right? Like, I mean, hey, the apple normally don't fall far from the tree, though. So, like, this is what happened. So she's like, you know what? Yeah, like, my parents always told me, and I just never really, like, stepped up. And I'm like, yeah, well, we're in a day where, today's day and age, you can just, like, make a hustle out of it. Like, your friends can low-key become, like, your clients. And then all of a sudden you're in a studio and you got your LLC popping, and then we're doing bigger and better things. So, yeah, we're on the road to that. So, anyway, that's why she couldn't make it. Before this, I had a showing. Yeah. That's why I scheduled that one. I had a showing on the northeast side. Okay. And then she's like, well, nah, like, we live over there by Southwest, like I said. So she's like, no, by the time, like, you leave and do this, do that, like, just, you're in the northeast already, just head out this way. Yeah. But she would have been here. Would have been fun. Yeah. Man. But, yeah. She was nice. Yeah, no, she's cool. She's supportive.
So, you want to shout her business out?
Well, like I said, we're just now hitting the ground running. So, hey, I mean, hit me. I'll connect you with her. Dang. If you're looking for nails. Right now, I don't got that clear coat popping, but you can zoom in on my nails. Clean ass nails. Boy, look at that right there.
I mean, definitely need the clear coat. Definitely need the clear coat.
Oh, come on, man. Don't be hating.
No, they're good. They're good. No, I'm not a hater. All right. Never.
Yeah. No, the clear coat was cool. It's just after like a while, I was like, I don't know, man. I feel a little spicy with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a little spicy. Too spicy
like,
for me.
You're talking back. You're like, it's a clear polish. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I get a little sassy. Yeah. A little attitude.
Same. Oh, when you can do this, like, you know, it makes things way more sassy.
Right. Yeah. But no, she's awesome, man. I don't know why I even brought up the nail thing. What did you say? Oh, if she was here, you would ask her? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
What makes you interesting?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do your kids know, like who you are? I mean, I know that they were like at the show and stuff, but do they realize like who you are? Are they like that?
So not really. So like AJ, my son, he's 4. I talked about my daughter who's 8. My son's 4. So he's like getting more and more curious about this whole thing. Like, you know, he right now his thing is like dressing up and just like, you know, matching fits, like the shoes got to match the top, like the hat, the this, that, and watching videos. And what's funny about that is he reminds me a lot of myself, like I said earlier, because he literally sits in front of the TV or his iPad, and he's watching these music videos, and he's memorizing like all their cadences, like their movements. Like I know he watches like Lil Durk a lot. Yeah. And you know, Lil Durk flashes the watch, and he's like talking about his chain or whatever. What? Yeah. And for me, it's like, a part of me is like, like, kid, don't be doing that. Like, let's work on some math or something, right? Let's do something like productive. Yeah. But I'm like, man, like, do you? Because I remember that would make me super happy. Like, whenever I was learning the Michael Jackson Thriller dance, and like I turn around and I know what part it was, and like I do it on that same part or like what have you. And he does the same thing, and it's such a trip to me because at first he was like, nah, like he was just watching YouTube videos, like kid videos, like whatever, like, you know, kid stuff. Yeah. But now he's like, hey, I love Diamond Dance. Like, can we watch that? Can you put Snow, the Ola was handing, no cap in my caption? Like, dang. Yeah. So like, he knows what's up. Like I don't know, man. And I'm just kind of letting him, he goes in the studio. He acts like, you know, he's recording a song. Like I post on my story. I don't know if you've seen me post. But like I share him a whole lot because, man, it's just cute. Like for me, it's like, oh, dang, like, I wasn't forcing that on him at all. Like my daughter, I tried to, because she was my first, and I was like, "You're gonna be the next me." You're like, you know, you're gonna be an artist too. Yeah. And she was like, whatever. Like I'm in gymnastics. Like I'm in cheer. Like watch this. Like, so I'm like, okay, like that makes sense. You're a girl. And then AJ pops out, and at that point, I'm like, oh, man, like I'm not even gonna bother. Like I'm let him do him. But he slowly started walking in my footsteps or starting to. So I'm just like, shoot, bro. If I'm gonna get out the way soon and like put all my efforts in you, cause grandpa's on the way out here in a bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're in your 30s. So
Yeah, I'm old, bro. I've been around. I've been around.
Yeah, you should just retire.
Yeah. So I have an appointment with a nursing home after this.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if they could set up a studio for me in the.
Tell them how you like your atole.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that way they make it right.
That's crazy, bro. I'm 32. That's crazy. That's old. I remember looking when I was like 18, 19, thinking like, damn, you're 30, bro. Like, shit, you're old.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, shit, 30 ain't that bad. Like, it ain't 40. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But hey, man, I feel good though. Like, honestly, I really do. I like, you know, I feel like our I don't know if it's our generation or what it is, but you know, we don't look our age.
For sure.
You feel me? Like,
dude, Gen Zers? I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. No.
But literally, like, they're doing TikToks and shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, y'all are like in your 30s and blah, blah. And like, bro, you're 19 with like wrinkles. What's happening?
Yeah, no, for real. Like, and also too, like, it can go one or two ways. Like, I'm like, damn, we don't look that bad. But then when I see somebody my age, I'm like, damn, do I look like that? Like that old? Like, you feel me? And then I'm always like, nah. Or like vice versa. She told me, damn, I look like, nah, you're good.
Yeah, no.
So a lot of us have, you know, I've been fortunate to keep the youthness.
Well.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot to do with like vapes. I'm not gonna lie. I had this conversation with my friend the other day.
No vapes, man.
But that's something because, dude, they were like freaking 13,
oh, you're
14.
saying the reason why they're starting to like look like spoiled milk.
Yes.
Okay,
I mean, I say spoiled milk.
No, you did.
I did.
I'm just repeating what you said.
Damn.
You said that the reason why Gen Z is aging like milk is because
they're not aging well.
No, that's crazy.
I'm sorry. If you're a Gen Zer, like, don't unfollow me or like don't.
For sure.
Like, don't at me. But it's not all Gen Zers. Just like not all millennials look like shit or like.
Or look super young. Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, it just majority. I know what you're saying though. I agree. It has to be something like with having to do with vape because that shit wasn't around back then. Or if it was, it wasn't as popular. So most of us didn't really get into it. You know. You
mean you? Because you're older than me.
You're 30. You're when do you turn 30?
December.
You're 30. You trying to hold on to that 29 to the very end. You're 30. Just like I'm 40. You're 30. Yeah.
Dang, you just aged the hell out of yourself.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, we just got to come to, that's it. It's the end of the road. And you have to accept it, man.
Damn it.
Part of the 30 train.
Nursing home, dude, so I can go because I feel it'll be banging.
Man, Morningside Ministries over by Babcock and like St. Cloud.
Oh, that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice one.
Stay by Woodlawn, man. You know.
Yeah, they got the old money.
Walk around the park. That's what old people do.
Feed the ducks.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Life after 30.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they should just start handing out brochures.
Wait, what high school did you go to?
I went to Lee.
Lee, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Leadership.
Lee. Yeah. Well, were y'all volunteers at one point?
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
You know? It's true. I'm not even gonna fight it. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you graduated. You're 30. So you graduated 2011, 12.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm being for real. Like 11, 12.
Yeah.
Man. 13.
Yeah.
It was 13.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. See, you're just lying. It's got to be one of the 3 years because I was 09. So you got to be either like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Dang. That's what's up.
Yeah. What's your favorite taco spot?
El Chivito. Yeah. Well, birria tacos. Oh. They're fire there. But their specialty is like the tortas ahogadas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like pulled pork. Mm-hmm. And it's just amazing, man. They like just flood it in the salsa and all the juices.
Flood.
Full on
flood. I like that. Where's that located?
Marbach. You got to go to the hood for it. Yeah, so 410 and Marbach. So if you're coming, you know where John Jay's at?
I know exactly where that's at.
Okay, on the opposite. So that's like, what would that be? Inside of 410? So you're talking about outside of 410?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fire, though.
Bill Miller's side.
Bill Miller's.
Because there's a HEB. Was it inside?
Yeah.
outside.
So inside, right? 410. Is that what I said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where that HEB's at on Marbach.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
keep
yeah.
going down away from J, not towards J, away from J.
Okay, okay.
Like towards 1604?
Yes.
Marbach.
Oh, okay.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
then I think the crossing street is what, Hunt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
right there. It's fire, man. It's crazy. Go
Interesting.
to the restaurant spot because
Okay.
I think they're starting to do like a truck
Mm-hmm.
nearby or outside in that shopping center.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. I've never tried it. I just heard it wasn't as good as the spot.
Okay.
So you got to step in there, and then they got good empanadas too. Man, I can go on and on.
Like sweet or savory?
Nah, like spinach and cheese empanadas.
Yeah.
Freaking yeah, like carne molida with papas. Like it's fire.
With the papas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I posted that's funny. I just spit all over the place. I posted a story. Yeah, no, you're welcome. Posted a story the other day, and it was like, this is how I feel when like somebody calls me papas. You know how people are like, hey, what's up, papa? What's up, papa? And it was like this big ass potato from Idaho. You didn't see my I don't know why I thought that was so funny to me, dude. But like people laughed too. People were reacting. But I didn't post it for like, oh, this is gonna make I just like, dog, this is so like funny for no reason. And yeah, luckily it connected. But yeah, please don't ever call me papa. Like that shit's crazy. Like, what's up, papa? It just made me think of a papa. Like it makes me think of a papa.
Like you're a big papa.
Like with the little granitos on the outside. Like just
yeah.
a papa.
With like eyes and like a little mouth.
Yeah. Isn't there a filter like that?
Yes.
Yeah, it just makes me think of a potato.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah.
I want to know where that came from because it's like guys call each other like papa.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Shit, in Mexico, it gets even more strange. So in Mexico, like the girls will be like, ¿Qué onda, güey? You know what I'm saying? And that's no problem. And then the dudes are like I have a lot of homies, you know, especially my homie Pesci. So Pesci, he's like, ¿Qué onda, papi?
Not papi.
It's like, excuse me, bro? Like, huh?
I
got a whole ring, dog.
Dang.
But no, he'd be like,
he's still trying to slide in.
yeah, like, ¿Qué onda, papi? Nah, he's cool, he's straight. But it's just funny to me, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Papi.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I call people we.
Yeah, like girls do normally, or just guys too, right? But it was just kind of funny. Like they use papi like a whole lot. Like
that's wild.
Like te amo papi.
I feel
like
papi
whenever
should be saved for like.
Yeah.
You know.
Behind closed doors or something. Yeah, like for papi purposes.
There's a papi time and then there's not. You know.
Yeah.
And the streets is not papi time.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's like, all right, man. I accept everyone for who they are. I'm not judging.
For sure.
It's 2023. You get fucking canceled.
For sure.
So my judging meter, what?
Oh yeah, no, I don't care.
You like what?
Yeah.
Come on in, man.
Yeah, you like it.
Come on in. Have some Big Red.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Some barbacoa.
Barbacoa's on the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, I bet you meet a lot of interesting.
Am
people.
I too close to the mic? Because I'm looking at you and it's like over here.
Oh, it's because I do this all the time. I know you're new to mics.
No, I'm not new to mics.
No, I'm
Come
just
on
kidding.
now.
I'm just
no, but I'm just saying, like, it sound crazy. I think you would have told me by now, right?
Yeah, he would have come in and been like, hey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, you're good.
All right.
Yeah. You want to do some ASMR or what?
The what?
You want to do ASMR?
Yeah, no, I can't deal with that. I can't watch that.
No, why?
Nah, it's weird. Like, it's just,
you have an aversion?
what is that?
An aversion?
Aversion?
Like, aversion, yeah. Like you don't like it. Like
is that what aversion means?
Yeah, like you avoid it because you don't like it.
Yeah, huge aversion to that.
Really?
Yeah, like unless it's like, oh, you know what I do? Kind of like, I'm like, oh, I'll watch a couple videos. Well, the other day I watched like 4 minutes of it. I'm like, God dang, like all the way. There's this barber on TikTok. He's like an old man, and he has like he's mic'd up like on his wrists, and you know he's a barber, so he's like shaving people and using like the shaving cream. But he's like doing some other stuff now. Like he's upgraded since I first came across his videos. But like, yeah, you hear like all like the right. And then now he's like taking people's shirts off and spraying them down, like massaging their chest and like getting behind the ears. And then like, it almost looks like he's grating cheese on somebody's head. And like, but it's like a hair product from like wherever country he's from. And he's just like, and I'm just like, dang, he like upgraded all his stuff. But that's when I'm like, bro, I'm 4 minutes into this. Like, this is crazy. But I guess that's entertaining for me. But like the food and like all the mouth stuff, like I don't know about all that. It's just like,
I don't know.
I don't like it.
I feel like if I saw that video, I'd be waiting for him to like call them Papi.
Yeah, for real though. I mean? Yeah, he's an older man too, and he's going hard. He's like,
but it's also like ASMR though. It's a sound.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds cool for a little bit.
Crunch.
Nah, the crunch and just the and that's also one of my pet peeves. Like when I'm eating, like we couldn't just be eating right now.
No.
This quiet.
No.
Like like hearing like
the chewing.
Nah. That freaks me out.
Really?
Yeah. Like
You're
I'll just turn the. Yeah, a little bit. I'll just turn up like the volume or just put something on my phone like to kind of neutralize.
Rain sounds. Shut up.
Yeah, straight up. Just because like
really?
Yeah.
That's a thing. I can't remember it right now, but there's a word for that.
Like, an aversion?
Well, yes.
I'm gonna use it now.
No, it's almost like a phobia. Like
yeah.
People get really like they just cannot hear people chew.
Yeah, like I feel like anybody that knows me well knows that.
Really?
Just because it's like I don't know, something about it. Just it's not even the fork. The forks on a plate, like doing that. It's not even that. That doesn't do it for me. Like it's the eating that does it. Like oh come on, man. Like just
even if they're like quiet eaters.
No, I mean like cool, eat quiet, but like when people are just going hard with their mouth open or just the soup and doing all this and that, it's like, bruh.
Well, that's how they eat soup in like Asia.
Yeah, I know.
Like super loud.
Yeah, I know. So like it's funny because my wife knows this, and I told you earlier she's Vietnamese.
Yeah.
So like sometimes the fam be pulling up on some loud shit, and it's like, hey yo. No, I'm playing. Nah, I don't know. I mean, I guess with fam it doesn't matter, but it's still I still notice it.
That's wild.
Yeah. Really? Is that wild? I don't think it's that wild.
I mean, kind of.
It's more like preference, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I feel like that makes you interesting. That's
an
interesting fact.
Finally.
AJ fact.
Finally. Interesting fact. I mean, there's a couple. I just can't think of them. I just say them as they come up or as they go, but.
You have any weird hobbies or interests that other people are like, bro, that's weird, and you're like, fuck yeah, it's weird.
Man, I don't know. I was sad about Matthew Perry passing away recently. I'm a big fan of Friends. Yeah. The show. Yeah. Yeah, I can tell you've never seen not one episode, right?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, that was crazy, but yeah, I do that. What else? I don't know, man.
Watch Friends? Yeah. That's your hobby?
Like your go-to? For most of my security questions, that's like, what's your favorite TV show?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I just gave it away. So don't call my banks. You won't find nothing.
It's Matthew Perry. It's Chandler Bing.
Chandler Bing, man. Chandler Bing. Yeah, no, I mean, what else do I do, I guess? What other weird, hobbies?
He said, don't call my bank.
You ain't gonna find it, bruh. Hey, the funds is low, big dog. Right now, hey, the way it's looking. Sheesh. No, hobbies. I mean, I kind of already touched on music. Obviously, I do music. I don't know if you heard of that. No. That's about it. I'm not interesting. Other than that, I'm not that's about as interesting as I get.
Really?
Yeah. The interesting part of me has cut off.
No quirks or anything? You make any weird noises? Or you do any weird I don't know.
When I was little, I used to do randomly. Pop, lock, and drop it?
I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, no. Nothing cool. Man. I mean, I'm all thinking what can I do? Can I twist my neck? Can I? Nothing worth talking about, I guess.
No?
Nah.
Are you hiding it?
I don't know. I mean, I can't think of it. You put me on the spot, so I can't think of anything.
Space. I'm not here to.
Yeah. No, for sure. I just don't know what else is interesting about me, I guess.
Cool. I love that.
I'm a Cowboys fan. That's interesting because we're interesting as a fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're clowns.
Yeah. Y'all are loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
It's like a toxic relationship.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. It's abusive is what it is.
I'm hey, I don't think it's gonna happen. And they're don't say that. You never know.
Say looking good this year.
Yeah.
Every year. Over it.
Look. So I'm convinced, and I convinced myself. I don't give a shit. No, my friends too, because they're all superstitious, and especially with Cowboys and shit. Mm-hmm. So I'd posted my one of my costumes was a Dallas cheerleader costume.
Okay.
And
for Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh, tight.
And when the day I posted it during the game, mm-hmm. and that's when they were 43 to 17.
Oh yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, everybody was on their high horse, right?
Yeah.
Thinking, oh man.
And so last week I was like, we were busy, and so we went to like a friend's house, and or not a friend's house. Long story, but we went to somebody's house, and they freaking bombed, and I was like, see, it's because I'm not wearing the costume,
Bro.
so now I gotta wear it.
Whatever. I'm a diehard fan, so
No matter what.
at this point, I'm invested, man. It's over. Like I've been a fan 20 years plus. I remember my brother telling me, "Hey, you know when you were little, you'd get mad and tell us like you'd be crying because the Cowboys lost." Like we went through like a run where I was like, 8 till about. I mean, we've always been trash as far as I remember, but except for like the early 90s.
Yeah,
but I was like 4. I didn't remember then. I didn't see those runs.
Yeah.
But when I was like 8, that's when we were like rebuilding and just. And he remembers me crying specifically and being like super bummed out on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Just because they lost. And that I was like, man, I don't even know why I'm a Cowboys fan, dude. Like, this is unfair. Like, just complaining. I still feel that way to this day.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't know why. I out of all the things I could have wore today, too, like, I'm just like, it's Cowboys.
True. And this is going to go viral. And you're just going to be like in a Cowboys.
It's cool. Let it go viral, baby. This is our year. Like I said, we look pretty good this year. Get the ASMR going.
How about them Spurs though?
Shit, let's talk about it.
Yeah, Wemby.
Yeah. Come on now. I bought his jersey with the quickness, man. Wemby, that kid is special. I feel so cool saying finally I'm at an age where I could be like that kid.
Yeah, he's
you know what I'm saying?
Huge.
Cause 19, freaking 7'4", like.
Have you seen him
in person?
Yeah.
Never, nah.
I did.
Really?
Yes, they did a Meet the Rookies event at the Arneson Theater. And I was right there. Like, it was, like, all the families.
Yeah.
And, like, me.
Dang.
Yeah. And, I mean, I'm 5'2", 5'3" on a good day.
Dang, he's 2 feet bigger than you. Like, a whole, like.
Yes. Like, I was like. And his brother's just as tall.
Wow.
Yeah. It's wild. I think his wingspan is, like, 9 feet.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Doing,
like he's
Space
crazy.
Jam shots and shit.
Yeah. You saw that when they were posting memes
yes.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Straight up, what it looks like. It looks crazy. Like it's kind of hard to watch because he's so different. But I'm just blessed we have him. I'm thankful. Yeah. I felt like I don't know. We're not that kind of team where we normally have like a superstar that's like all the attention's on. I mean, Manu and Duncan and Parker, they were different though. They were like low key, super like under the radar. They were still great. Yeah. Yet I feel like this guy's like, man, he's bringing like that life to the city again, or that feeling, you know. Yeah.
This is gonna sound so bad, and I don't mean it to, but we actually got 2 rookies, and people are only focusing on Wemby.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the other guy's name right now.
SoCon? No, that's his second year. It can't be Vaso. What's up? What rookie? I don't even know. I feel bad now too.
Right?
I feel like a fake fan. No, but low key though, I'll admit, like the last 2-3 years, I've been totally disconnected. Ever since like Kawhi and then after that LaMarcus left, I was like, oh bro, like where are we going? Yeah. So it was just a hard watch for a little bit there. So I really don't know. Like,
but they both grew up together, and they played together.
Oh, you're talking about Trey Jones?
No.
He's a rookie? No, he's not a rookie.
No, he's from France too. They both are. Like, I have photos and stuff. Yeah, I just don't want to be, like, rude on my own podcast and be on my phone. But
dang, I feel bad. It's not Zach.
No.
I don't know. That's wild. I mean, it's not even that bad, though, because he's probably not as good as Wemby, so.
They're both pretty good. Like.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying he's not good because he's in the NBA, but.
Yeah. So,
I'm sure the level of talent's, like.
No, so Wemby said that because he was doing, like, the interview there, like, a panel.
On the same team, you're saying? On the Spurs?
Yes.
Oh.
That this is the first time they've been on a team together, but he's always been a fantastic opponent. So now they're on the team together. Why can't I remember his name?
Dang, that's bad.
I know, I'm so sorry. Sorry, Spurs.
Time to look it up real fast.
I know, yeah, do it really quick. I need some music.
Victor Wemby. I mean, it's all Victor. Who's the French basketball team?
Hold on. I gotta look it up. Oh my goodness. This has never been this quiet before. Okay. We got to keep talking about something because
Just a whole Google search.
people listening are gonna be like, "What the hell?" Like, hold on, you can hear me tapping. Where the hell? Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna pull up the Spurs roster, and then you just let me know.
Okay. I'm looking at it. Where are you? That's me in the frame. That doesn't help me.
So Devontae Graham, Keldon Johnson, Victor Wembanyama. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing this name. Malachi Branham, Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, depending if you do tomato. Cam
Dude.
Birch, Jeremy Socon, Zach Collins, Doug McDermott. No.
Hold on. Embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Meet the rookies.
Osman? Seti Osman? Is he like white complected?
No. Cisco.
Cisco.
No, Sissoko. City Sissoko.
Oh, this guy, City Sissoko, the 25.
Yes.
Okay.
That guy.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah,
Sissoko, no idea.
They both are new rookies. So they were at Meet the Rookies, and everybody is like, and Victor Wembanyama, and everyone's like, wow. I feel bad.
Yeah, I would feel bad too. I didn't know.
Oh.
Whatever.
Anyway, please invite me to the games. Thank you. I'm about to go.
Man, I can't wait. I was looking at tickets the other day. I'm like, sheesh, man.
Oh, I think they
Gone
said like
up.
the Spurs. Oh my God, like the stock market.
Yeah.
Like the second they announced that he.
Oh,
like,
really?
that we
Like
won.
Spurs stock went up? I bet.
Stupid. Yeah.
I bet.
Like immediately. Yeah. So
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
good for the early investors. I mean,
right?
got a good thing coming. I know it's always like when it's too late, right?
Yeah.
Like, damn it.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of Bitcoin?
It's true.
It's
It's okay. You'll think of something else.
Yeah, no, for real. We got
Yeah.
plenty of things in the works, man. I think
Yeah.
at the end of the day, yeah, it's all timing. It's all timing.
Well,
At
and
least that's what I tell myself.
Yeah. And all the time you'll be spending in the nursing home, you'll have a ton of time.
Ton of time for sure.
Yeah. So just like create something else.
Got you.
Yeah. You should do like MySpace, but like revamped.
Something groundbreaking for us old folks, right?
Yeah. Like a Moco Space .2.
Moco Space. I forgot that was a thing. What the hell was that about again? What was that?
I have no idea.
I think of Moco. I think of Moco de Gorilla. Remember
Yes,
the gel?
yeah.
The Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of my sons still uses that.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. My nephews used to use that back in the day. That's funny.
Yeah.
Is it like a Mexican thing or a Mexican American thing?
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, why the hell would we get that one? There's like LA Look, or is there LA Look still? I don't know.
I don't know.
Remember those like gels that used to be around? I used to have lightning gel.
Stop it.
Yeah,
You had frosted tips?
yeah.
Stop.
So like I had the whole like front the bangs, like I used to comb them up. It was a whole thing, bro. I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did the Wiz Khalifa before Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
At least that's what I think now. But
Okay.
mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
There you go.
AJ Hernz had frosted tips.
Lightning gel. I remember Handy Andy. Remember Handy Andy back in the day? No, the store. It was like it's not a supermarket. It's just a store. You know, they had like hygienic stuff and like I don't know, maybe T-shirts or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, lightning gel.
Interesting.
I used to live in the hood, man.
Where?
Like South Side, like hood, like you know Brady and Zarzamora.
No, I know Zamora.
Yeah, nah, it was rough. But there was a Handy Andy, like it was the courts, so they were called San Juan courts. Straight like projects, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to be home inside before that orange light came on, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there was a Handy Andy there, and that's when I discovered the lightning gel. Loved it.
Changed your life.
What perspective?
Yeah. Wild.
Mind shift.
Yeah. You're like, who am I?
You know Gary V?
Yeah. No, I only know AJ Hernz.
Yep.
Yeah. Gary who?
Forgot.
Not important.
Yeah, man.
You know? Yeah. This is great.
Hell yeah.
This. Thank you for being here.
No, man. Thank you for having me. For sure. For sure. It was fun.
Yeah.
Bro. Are we done? Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, we can.
Yes,
We can wrap up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
For sure. So what's the Norteño podcasting about real quick before I leave? I'm just curious. What's the Norteño like about?
So Norteño 210 I started because my friend started doing street journalism.
Okay.
And he covered the South Side. And so he didn't want to cover the north side because the north side, anything north of downtown was too far north for him. And I was like, bro, there's like badass people in the north, like me being one of them. And he was like, I get invited all the time. It's just too far. And like, it's north. Ew. And so I was like, well, I'll do it. And so we were like, we had several drinks that night. And he was like, for real? And I was like, yeah, of course. I mean, all you do is talk to people. That's cool. Yeah. So actually this month, oh shit, it might have passed already. I don't know if it's today or a few days ago, maybe. It's 4 years that I've been doing this.
Wow.
So over 500 interviews with anybody and everybody from all walks of life, you name it. But I always did short form. So I started on the north side. So I covered the north side, Norteño 210. So that's where that came from. But I was doing
Norteño and not norteña because like female. Okay, just norteño. Okay.
Yeah. Like very like exact translation, like north. San Antonio.
Yeah.
And so I was doing like 5 to 10 minute interviews, and people were like, you know, like that's cool, but like who are you? And then also like we want to hear more of these people. Yeah. So then here came the podcast.
Nice.
Yeah. Next month will be a year.
Wow. Since you've been doing like this form of podcast, cool, man. Good for you. Keep it going. Yeah, no, thank you for having me. Yeah. I always like, you know, pulling up to things like this where, you know, get to touch on like the other stuff that you really don't get to hear. Yeah. Like I'm a fan, you know, I'm a fan of watching podcasts and doing them. So thank you. For sure.
I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, man.
And also being receptive to it. You were like, yeah, cool, let's do it.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Like I'm doing whatever.
Even though in your head you had never met me.
You got an invoice coming, girl. You don't even know. Shoot. You're thinking it's all sweet. There's a price you got to pay. No, I'm playing. Nah, I'm cool. Babysitting. Yeah, subtract babysitting. That's coming off the top of the invoice. Yeah. Nah, thank you though, for real. Yeah. It was fun. And then thank you to your producers. Yeah. They're doing a great job. Yeah. Setup. Thanks. Everything's fly. Yeah. So best of luck with everything for sure.
I appreciate that. How do people find you?
At official AJ Hernz for the most part. You know, I'm most active on IG yet. Find me on Facebook. Just look out for the verified. Well, people be having verified badges now, right? Like that's not even a thing no more. You can't even distinguish who's really real or not.
Oh, you should because of the verified.
Yeah. But can't you subscribe to one now or whatever?
Yeah, but it's still a process.
Oh, like it's still got to be you for you to even get the subscription verified. Okay, well, you'll see a verified badge like on most of my stuff. That's really me because I know there's like a couple pages out there that they made like back then. Fan pages. Yeah, like or not even just fan pages, just like straight up catfish. Like this is my real profile. Like, you know, on Facebook especially, bro, it got wild. That's weird. Yeah, we didn't get into that, but that story is crazy. Yeah, crazy. Like, anyway, I was in New Mexico one day and it was just like some random girl came up like during the set, and it was just like, hey, like, how you been? How's it going? Like, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, you know, when someone comes up to you like they know you. Yeah. Kind of like how you did. Oh yeah. But she came up to me, and I was like, excuse me, like, nice to meet you. No, and she was like, yeah, you act like you don't know me. And I'm like, bro, what? Turns out she was being like misled by some page. Like she followed some random like account, or not random, but some random person that was running it, acting like it was me. And that person lived in New Mexico. So she thought all along I was from her city. What? It was so crazy. Like it was like nasty because that person was portraying to be me. Not only that, they were like posting pictures. At the time, my daughter was a baby. She was like 3 years old. Like, just took her out. Like, whatever I was posting, in reality, he or she was ripping it and like, ew. Yeah, and like posting like his whole thing about it. So that was just random, but
that should have been on Catfish.
It was wild, bro. Like, I felt so bad for that girl because she was like, look, like she went on her Snapchat and like there was like conversations they'd had. What? And it was like straight like, good night, baby. Like, what? Bro, yes. And I'm over here like, there's no fucking way. Like, nobody cares about me enough like that, right? Like to fake it and like act like they're me. And yeah, homie was doing his thing though. I'm not gonna lie, cause like not from that. Yeah. But he was promoting the shit out of my music. Oh. Like he was like, hey, I'm performing at the blah 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 theater. It was in Albuquerque, I think, or one of the cities in New Mexico that I performed at, and that girl came up. So he was like advocating for my brand, I guess. That's about it. But other than that, like, bro could have got me in some trouble because he was reckless in comments, like liking stuff and commenting back. And, dang. And it looked like just girls that were nowhere near my age. So it's like, bro. Ew. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, at official AJ Hernz. Yes. God, dog it.
Look for the
blue
check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Please follow myself. It is Riverwalk_Queen_Norteño 210, NORTNO210 on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And yeah, I never plug myself. I always forget.
Yeah, I never plug in my TikTok. You just said, I was like, dang.
Oh.
But it's the same thing though.
Yeah.
AJ Hernz everywhere.
Yeah.
For sure.
And again, thank you to Valpa Media for housing and producing, and to Latina Podcast Network. And thanks to AJ for coming through. Appreciate it. And don't forget to like, share, follow, blah, blah, blah. Do all the stuff. Do all the things. And yeah, stay with me, guys. See you next. Bye.